This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning. We are here for you. It is a busy news morning, too, isn't it?
It is. So many headlines to get to. Good morning to you. I'm Stephanie Webb.
I'm Ray Collins. Josh Stone in right now for John Scalzi. Good morning, Josh.
Morning, guys. Yeah. Were you warm when you came in this morning?
Warmer.
Much better than the last few days, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's still a little chilly out, but yeah, it looks like we are going to warm up over the next few days. But right now, it's still a little cold. You walk outside, you'll definitely feel a chill to the air, but the winds have subsided. Let's check out the current temperature right now. It's 50 degrees, clear skies. Dew point low, it's at 43, so not much moisture in the atmosphere right now. You can see the radar is very quiet, really not even a cloud to speak of, and we're going to have mostly sunny skies today. It will warm up into the mid-60s later on this afternoon, but remember yesterday we topped out in the mid-70s, so it's going to be 10 degrees cooler today. But looks like we will have a much warmer trend heading our way over the next few days. We'll talk more about it in just a little bit. Back to you.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, Josh. Some buildup already this morning out on Cortez, heading toward the beaches in the westbound lane. Optimistic people about a warm day, perhaps. Otherwise, pretty clear in Manatee County. Farther south, we might see some issues there on Clark and I-75 as you head northbound on 75. Also build up in the westbound lane as well. Checking our final map to the south, all clear at 5:02 on your Wednesday morning.
And our top story this morning, it has been one of the most contentious Senate elections in recent history. Even though candidate Roy Moore has yet to concede, there is a winner in yesterday's Alabama Senate race.
ABC's Maggie Rulli has the story.
Tears of joy from supporters of Doug Jones, as overnight the Democratic nominee for Senate did the unthinkable, turn a deep red state blue.
I think that I have been waiting all my life, and now I just don't know what the hell to say.
ABC News projects Jones to win the Alabama Senate seat over Roy Moore after getting a huge wave of support from African-American voters, young people, and even from the unlikeliest of places, former lifelong Republicans.
I have felt empowered, not only as a Republican, I feel like holding my party to a better standard, but as a woman who I think is making the right choice.
The Republicans' lock on this Alabama Senate seat was upended just 34 days ago when allegations of sexual misconduct against Moore were made public, including accusations of sexual assault against two teenage girls when Moore was in his 30s.
At the end of the day, this entire race has been about dignity and respect.
Moore has denied all allegations, and while at least 19 GOP senators asked him to step aside before the election, he was backed by President Trump. On Twitter, he congratulated Jones, saying the people of Alabama are great, and the Republicans will have another shot at this seat in a very short period of time. And it may be soon. Moore says his fight is not over.
When the vote is this close, then it's not over. Wait on God and let this process play out.
But Moore's recount faces an uphill battle. The Alabama Secretary of State says it's highly unlikely that the outcome of this race will change. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Montgomery, Alabama.
3 Manatee County men are facing charges in connection to a disturbing video that you're about to see.
You might recall that video that went viral this past summer. The men are seen dragging a shark behind a speeding boat. Marla Spence is live in the newsroom with details of this latest twist in the case. Marla?
Good morning to you, Ray and Stephanie. Those 3 Manatee County men are in some hot water this morning after a video went viral on social media and also the web. Now, we want to warn you that video may be disturbing for some. Take a look. Now, it surfaced the web in late July and went viral. The video, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission and Hillsborough County state attorneys say 3 men from the Manatee County area are seen dragging a shark behind a speeding boat, and now those 3 men are facing charges. This is 21-year-old Michael Wenzel of Palmetto, 23-year-old Spencer Hines also of Palmetto, and 28-year-old Robert Lee Bennick of Bradenton. Each are facing 2 felony counts of aggravated animal cruelty. Now, Wenzel and Bennick also face a misdemeanor count of illegal method of taking a shark. The charges resulted from a 4-month-long investigation into the video and other disturbing images on social media. Now, we posted this story on our Facebook page and received more than 650 comments, most of those comments applauding law enforcement for having charges filed against those three men. Now, those three men were told about their charges. They booked themselves into a local jail, and now they are released on bail this morning. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Marla.
And shark fishing will soon be banned at the Venice City Pier. The city's moving ahead with plans to put the ban in place, as Mayor John Hollick says there are too many problems caused by some shark fishers on the pier itself. The city is now considering security cameras and a ban on chumming or attracting those sharks.
We've had cases of finning of sharks, just removing the fins and throwing the rest of the carcass in the water.
And of course, Hollick wants changes to take place after the new pier is built.
We're learning more about a fatal head-on crash that killed both drivers in Venice last night. A car driving southbound in the northbound lanes of US 41 collided with another car. The victims include 63-year-old Stephen Pontelay of Venice, who FHP says was the one driving in the wrong direction, and 30-year-old Shannon Anderson of Englewood. Now, a 3-year-old passenger in her car was not injured. No word yet if Pontelay had been drinking.
The man accused of going on a killing spree in a Tampa neighborhood has pled not guilty. 24-year-old Howard Donaldson III was indicted last week for shooting and killing 4 people in Seminole Heights in October and November. He was arrested after a co-worker at a McDonald's tipped off police about a handgun he had been keeping in a bag, which police say they've connected to those killings. Donaldson's next court date is January 25th. In the meantime, prosecutors will decide if they want to pursue the death penalty in that case. 2 decades after the murder of a 3-year-old girl in Punta Gorda, her killer is heading to prison for the rest of his life. Keith Wilson, sentenced to life for killing Pilar Rodriguez. He was found guilty in October. According to testimony, Wilson pushed the 3-year-old into a door jamb, killing her. Wilson's girlfriend, who was Pilar's babysitter, pled guilty to accessory and is scheduled to be sentenced next month.
Police on the campus of the University of Central Florida say somebody made false threats against the school yesterday. They said a man who was clearly intoxicated told officers he was on campus with weapons. No threat was found. It's unclear if the man was arrested. But here's the twist. The call came in hours after a student was found dead in her dorm room. The cause of that death is unknown, but police say they don't believe it's suspicious or connected to that threat.
Sarasota School Board members voting to reimburse the school superintendent so he can hire an attorney to represent him during a current investigation. The board voted 4-1 yesterday in favor of paying for the attorney. The investigation centers around allegations from a school district employee who accused Superintendent Dr. Todd Bowden of sexually harassing her. Now, Dr. Bowden has denied those charges. The allegations came up when Bowden was vying for the superintendent position in 2016. Now his accuser has filed a complaint with the district. The board also voted in favor of hiring an outside investigator to look into those allegations. 'Tis the season to remember those who may need a little extra cheer this holiday season. The Sarasota Rotary Club will be dropping by Children First, Sarasota's Head Start provider, this morning to spread some cheer and some holiday gifts to the children in that program. Now, many of those kids there come from very low-income families who aren't able to afford gifts this year. And today we'll find out who will be Sarasota County's Teacher of the Year. The annual honor has been narrowed down to 3 finalists, 1 each for elementary, middle, and high school. The award program is a partnership between the Education Foundation of Sarasota County and the school district. This year's finalists are Bethany Burnett of Venice Elementary School, Allison Cohen of Booker Elementary School, and S. Swihart of Riverview High School. The Teacher of the Year will go on to represent Sarasota at the statewide Teacher of the Year event next year and will receive a $2,500 cash award.
One of the founding members of the Allman Brothers and Sarasota resident Dickie Betts announced on his 74th birthday he is going to start touring again. He calls it a birthday gift to himself. He last toured about 3 years ago. The tour will consist of classic Allman Brothers songs like Ramblin' Man, Jessica, and Blue Sky. He'll hit the road sometime next year, be joined on lead guitar by his son Dwayne. Betts was born in Manatee County and has since been a longtime resident of Sarasota County. And now to sing Rambling Man, here's Josh Stone.
Ready, go, no pressure.
I can sing Blue Skies
Can you?
for our forecast today.
All right,
That's all I have. That's all I got.
He's very clever, by the way.
He is. I appreciate him because you and Wendy both have really great segues
Yes.
into all of your.
Okay.
Take our rambling words and make it all make sense, Josh.
I'm going to be rambling today about cool temps from yesterday. Well, I don't know, but you know, it looks like we will be on the upshot for warm conditions, and we'll talk more about it in just a few minutes.
Watch him closely. Very clever. Still ahead, first alert traffic, and we'll tell you why some NASA scientists are excited about this object in space.
And coming up a little later in the hour, Twitter has a brand new feature perfect for those moments, Ray, when you just need to rant. We're going to tell you about Threads. Stick around. We'll be right back.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A contract that weathered Tet. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. An IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
This is an important medical announcement. Talcum powder products from some of the best-known brands have been linked to ovarian cancer. Any woman who has used a talcum powder product and has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that women with long-term use of talcum powder, including baby powder for feminine hygiene, can increase the risk of contracting ovarian cancer. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to women who should have been warned about the risks of ovarian cancer with long-term use of talcum powder. Call the Talcum Powder Hotline. If you or a loved one used talcum powder and were diagnosed or died from ovarian cancer, you must call now.
Call 800-570-7599, 800-570-7599.
Every day and in so many ways, our local firefighters, police, and EMTs protect and serve our community. All of us here at Minnesota Flooring want to say thank you. On December 13th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., we will give back by giving away 500 turkeys at our Bradenton, Sarasota, and Venice location. Just bring your employee ID or proof of service. Supplies are limited to 500 turkeys. From all of us here at Minnesota Flooring, we wish you a safe and happy holiday season.
Well, good Wednesday morning to you. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi, and we're looking at some cooler temperatures. Now, not as cool as they were earlier in the week, but still, this is a little brisk when you walk outside. 50 right now in Sarasota, 51 in Venice. A little further inland, cooler. Arcadia at 45 degrees at this time. Looking at the dew point shows us the measure of how much moisture is in the atmosphere. The lower the dew point, gets a little bit of dry feel to the air. And look at this up here in Tallahassee. The dew point is at 31. So that dry air coming down from the north, thanks to a front that came by yesterday, as we all know, kicked up the winds. It has now moved south, but still behind it, that drier air filtering down from the north. So it's going to be cooler today. And you know, yesterday we topped out at 74. That's average for this time of the year. But today we're going to be about 10 degrees cooler than that. But it's a roller coaster, right? What goes down must come up. I guess we can look at that way, but it's going to be warmer tomorrow as a high pressure settles in. And then another cold front comes our way. It's not going to have a lot of punch to it, but it will have a little bit more moisture to work with, and that will trigger some light showers around the Suncoast for our Friday. Nothing doing here on the radar for this Wednesday morning, and that's going to be the case all Wednesday during the day, as we're going to have mostly sunny skies thanks to high pressure now driving down that northerly wind. And that north wind is what's keeping us about 10 degrees cooler than it was yesterday. And by the way, here's that front that came by yesterday. Now that is moved south of Florida. Here's the dry air, shows up in tan, so clearing out the skies. We're going to have plenty of sunshine today. Where there's not sunshine is up here for our friends in the Northeast. They're dealing with clouds, some cold rain, and also some snow coming down here, especially in the upper elevations of New England. And also a clipper system tracking out of Canada here, giving a punch here in central Minnesota into Wisconsin. Then we're going to have lake effect snow through western Michigan. So they're going to be dealing with that up to maybe 8 inches of snow, making travel unfortunate for them for today. You can see the trough, that little dip here in the jet stream. The jet stream basically has buckled, allowing that cooler air to filter south. And that's why right now it's only 17 in Detroit and a very balmy 10 in Toronto right now. So our high of 64, 65 today really isn't looking all that bad. Small craft advisory for the boaters today, north wind at 20 knots, but I believe these winds will slowly subside as we go throughout the day. And then by this afternoon, wind should be about maybe 5 to 10 knots coming out of the north. Seas for this morning 3 to 5 feet, but those will subside as long as the chop as well. We're talking about choppy conditions for this morning. That will be moderate to light later on today. Let's check out the tides. The low tide will be at 3:20 p.m. Today's high 65, sunny skies, cooler than yesterday. And then the outlook shows a little bit of a roller coaster, kind of, because we're going to be up and a little bit of down and then back up again. But look by the weekend, lots of sunshine, mid to upper 70s. Average high for this time of year, 74. We'll be around 79, 80 degrees by Sunday and next Monday. Back to you.
All right, time now for your look at first alert traffic. Still early enough, we don't have anything too major on the roads yet, but there definitely is some slowdown if you're heading westbound on Cortez in Manatee County. Heading south into Sarasota a little bit, roads are actually looking pretty good. You've got a little bit of the backup there on University Parkway, but nothing too bad just yet. And then in South County, the roads are looking pretty good down there so far. That is a look at your traffic. All right, it is 5:17. Cue the X-Files theme music right here. Astronomers are excited after finding, for the first time, what may be an object from another solar system tumbling into ours.
And to make things more interesting, a group of researchers plan to look for signs of alien life on a quarter-mile-long object. As CNN's Jeannie Moose tells us, the analysis starts this afternoon.
Asteroid or alien? What is this thing?
That's a very unusual shape.
This interstellar object.
So it's very puzzling.
Interstellar object, meaning from another solar system. This is an artist's rendering. The object was first detected using a telescope at the University of Hawaii, and now the world's biggest steerable radio telescope, Green Bank Telescope in West Virginia, will be pointed at it for 10 hours to see if any radio wave transmissions are detected.
It's just like a fishing expedition.
And if by some remote chance astronomers heard something,
that would be remarkable. It would imply that we are not alone in the universe.
Professor Avi Loeb is chief of Harvard's astronomy department and advises a group called Breakthrough Listen, respected researchers searching for evidence of life in the universe. They know it's unlikely this is anything more than a piece of rock, but that shape, so weird for an asteroid.
There was never an object that is 10 times longer than it is wide.
Looks like a cigar, kind of.
A cigar or a needle.
A shape you see in alien movies like Arrival.
More objects have landed around the world.
A shape thought to be most conducive to space travel because it minimizes friction. The apparent asteroid has a name.
Oumuamua,
which in Hawaiian means a messenger from afar, arriving first. Even in their wildest dreams, astronomers don't think it's a spacecraft because it's not maneuvering on its own. But how about a probe sent out by another civilization to collect data? or a piece of alien space junk. No harm in sending out feelers looking for radio waves. Commented one joker more interested in political science. Good God, please don't let Trump be the one to make first contact. Mr. President, please refrain from sending aliens tweets.
I don't understand.
Jeannie Mo, CNN, New York.
The SpaceX launch of their Falcon 9 rocket has been delayed yet again. Now, the launch was moved to Friday after inspections at the Cape Canaveral launch site found foreign particles in the booster's fuel system. The launch is the first of its kind for SpaceX. The Falcon 9 is a recycled rocket that had its first launch back in June. Now, one of the mission's sponsors, and very important mission, Anheuser-Busch, they're sending up barley to see just how it ferments in space.
And what if it does? What if it does? Then what? Happy hour in space?
We haven't got that far yet.
Yes.
We were just excited about beer in space.
And if you go on a rocket, nothing recycled, right?
Right. I don't want to hear those words. I think I don't want to know. Not recycled. Right. All right. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. We're going to continue our coverage of the three men charged in that notorious shark dragging video.
And next half hour, Florida ready to settle with some Irma price gougers. That story and more coming up on Good Morning Suncoast.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Do you have type 2 diabetes, which requires daily blood monitoring? If you have diabetes, are you on Medicare, Obamacare, or other health insurance? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for diabetic testing supplies at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. Our accredited staff will handle all of your paperwork for free. And best of all, your diabetic testing supplies are shipped directly to your home for free. Call now to see if you qualify for a meter upgrade and a free pedometer to monitor your daily walking. Use alternate testing sites, a smaller blood sample, and even hear your results out loud. Will you qualify for diabetic testing supplies and an upgraded meter covered by Medicare, Obamacare, or health insurance at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you?
Find out for free by calling the Diabetes Resource Center at 1-800-394-1098. That's 1-800-394-1098, 1-800-394-1098.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Well, here's the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office hosting a holiday toy drive benefiting the Guardian Ad Litem program. This is David Sutherland of First Christian Church in Venice. He gave 171 handmade wooden toys to the drive. The toys will go to children on the Suncoast who have been removed from their homes due to abuse or neglect and appointed a guardian ad litem. So the Sheriff's Office is now accepting toys and gift cards until Friday. You can deliver donations to the agency's headquarters on Cattle Ridge Boulevard every day between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m.
Now, if you'd like for more information on this and other stories, and for the latest on local news, breaking news, and weather, you can download the updated version of our app. Now, if you have an iPhone, you just have to go to the App Store, re-download the app. Just look for WWSB or My Suncoast. Android users, you guys are already set. You're going to get that update automatically on your phone.
And if you have any pictures to share with us, send them our way. Also, we put some fresh content yesterday up on, if you check my page, Ray Collins, ABC7, you'll see our photo shoot yesterday.
That's right, we did. We had a very professional grown-up photo shoot.
Grown up. Had to wear pants.
Yep, Ray had to wear pants. It was a very serious day in our lives.
What she means is I often wear shorts.
Yes, like today, right now. Yes. But I can't say much because I'm in my flip-flops under the desk, too.
That's true.
Little behind-the-scenes action right there. All right, welcome back. It is 5:24. And Apple fans, you are going to be able to get your hands on the new iMac Pro this week, but it is not cheap.
ABC's Candace Gibson and Diane Macedo have details in this morning's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple's new desktop, the iMac Pro, goes on sale tomorrow.
It's aimed at Apple's professional-grade Mac users who told Apple they felt neglected by recent desktop offerings. The iMac Pro's price tag, $5,000. Twitter's new Threads feature is up and running.
Users can now write multiple tweets or tweet storms, and they'll be able to string them together automatically. The messages will also have a label so readers know they're looking at a thread. And overnight, Google released its list of top searches of 2017.
At number 3, Tom Petty, after the singer passed away in October.
Number 2, Matt Lauer. NBC News, of course, fired the longtime host following allegations of sexual misconduct.
And number 1, Hurricane Irma, the storm that slammed Florida as a Category 4 hurricane in September, leaving behind a path of destruction.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Tech Bites, brought to you by the American Cancer Society.
I used to have more hair. I used to have more color. And I used to have cancer. I beat it. I did. Not alone. I used to have no idea what the American Cancer Society did. Research, yeah, but also free rides to chemo and free lodging near hospitals. I used to maybe give a little, then I got so much back. I used to have cancer.
Please give at cancer.org.
Cats will do anything for the irresistible taste of Temptations treats.
What are you doing?
Oh, here, check this out. Temptations. Cats can't resist.
Time's running out to get everything on your list. Hurry in to JCPenney. Find great gifts like VR headsets just $14.99. Plush throws only $9.99. Plus up to 60% off coats for the family. Or get $10 off with your coupon. Hurry in, end Saturday. JCPenney.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Attention type 2 diabetics. The FDA warns of an increased risk of amputation associated with certain diabetes medications. If you took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation or one of these other serious injuries, call the Rely On group right now. If you've suffered amputation or any of these injuries after taking your diabetes medication, call the Rely On group today. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. The FDA has recently warned about an increased risk of leg and foot amputations associated with the use of certain diabetic medications such as Invokana and Invokamet. If you or a loved one took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation, ketoacidosis, kidney failure, or even death, call the Rely On group now. We are here to help you get the justice you deserve. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-355-8205. That's 800-355-8205.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Coming up this morning on Good Morning Suncoast, charges filed in that shark dragging case after that video surfaced on social media this summer.
Plus, an arrest made halfway around the world for a 2012 murder in Lakewood Ranch.
And those California wildfires are showing no signs of slowing down. We'll tell you where they've spread to. Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
It is 5:30. Welcome back. I am Stephanie Webb.
I'm Ray Collins. John Scalzi continues his siesta. Let's go to Josh Stone, who is filling in today. Hello, Josh.
Hey, how are you?
All right.
So I think our forecast for this morning requires a cup of chili because it's a little chilly out, but not as chilly as it was the last few days. But it's still a little nippy when you walk outside. Let's check out the current temperatures around the Suncoast right now. 50 in Sarasota, 51 in Venice. It's 46 in Mayaca City right now, 45 in Arcadia. Nothing to show you here in the radar. It's going to be quiet, but still the winds are dragging down that cooler air from the north, and they're coming down from the north, you can see, but not as breezy as they were yesterday. About maybe 7 to 10 miles per hour around the Suncoast at this time. You can see maybe 10 miles per hour here in Rotunda and 10 or 16 miles per hour in Boca Grande at this hour. Our highest day will climb into the low to mid 60s, which is about 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. But it looks like a little different story will be in our forecast over the next several days, and we'll talk about it when I return. Back to you.
All right, it's a date. Talk to you soon. Every day something unusual appears in the maps. Today, Cortez is backing up considerably all the way from almost to the beaches, way back almost toward US 41. So for some reason, Cortez has a bit of a slowdown right now, otherwise pretty clear in Manatee County. You'll see some delays on University in both directions there at the top of your screen, getting in and out of Lakewood Ranch by the diverging diamond there, and also on Clark Road, way down there, the westbound lane around Honore. And we'll check the final map there and see all clear at 5:32 on your Wednesday morning.
New this morning, 3 Manatee County men are out of jail on bail after being booked into a Hillsborough County jail on aggravated animal cruelty charges.
They were arrested for their connection to that video of them dragging a shark behind a speeding boat this past summer. Marla Spence, live in the newsroom with details of this latest twist. Marla?
Good morning to you, Ray and Stephanie. That's right. Those 3 Manatee County men are in some hot water this morning. They're facing charges in connection to that video that went viral over the web. And now we want to warn you that that video may be disturbing to some. Take a look. Now that video surfaced the web and went viral late July. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission and Hillsborough County state attorneys say 3 men from the Manatee County area are seen dragging a shark behind a speeding boat, and now those men are facing charges. Now this is 21-year-old Michael Wenzel of Palmetto, 23-year-old Spencer Heights, also of Palmetto, and 28-year-old Robert Lee Bennick of Bradenton. Each are facing 2 felony counts of aggravated animal cruelty. Wenzel and Bennick also face a misdemeanor count of illegal method of taking a shark, and the charges resulted from a 4-long investigation from the video and other disturbing images on social media. Now, we also posted this story on our social media Facebook page yesterday and received more than 650 comments, most of those comments applauding the fact that these men will be facing charges as a result of that disturbing video. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Marla. Indeed, the video is seen around the world.
It has been lots of comments on that one on our Facebook page. If you'd like to weigh in, make sure you head online as well. All right, and later on this morning, we've got some more details. A man accused of killing his mother at her Lakewood Ranch home nearly 6 years ago has been arrested in Israel.
As our Rick Adams tells us, the victim's sister and daughter are now speaking out.
Well, there are some new big developments in the brutal death of Ina Gross. Now her daughter is talking with us about the latest. Nearly 6 years later, an arrest has been made in the horrific stabbing death of 78-year-old Ina Gross. She was found inside the garage of her Lakewood Ranch home back in January of 2012. Her son Thomas Gross has been arrested in Israel. Gross's sister Ellen Girth strongly believes that he's guilty of murdering their mother.
A person who kills is an evil person. A person who kills their own mother is beyond evil.
Girth says Gross had killed their mother for money. This has been especially very painful for her, her husband, and all of their family members.
When you lose someone in such a tragic and brutal way, it's hard to explain the emotions that impact you every day, and the heartbreak doesn't go away.
Following the homicide, Gross had fled to Israel. He now will be extradited back to the United States, where he's expected to go on trial in Manatee County for his mother's death.
I would like to see Tom spend the rest of his life incarcerated. It will never bring my mother back, but his incarceration is justice. That is the justice that he deserves.
Ina Gross is buried next to her husband at Sarasota National Cemetery. And Thomas Gross does remain in a prison in Israel. It's not yet known when he'll be extradited to Manatee County. Reporting from Hillsborough County, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Following Hurricane Irma, more than 7,500 complaints were placed with Florida's price gouging hotline, complaining about inflated prices on water, gas, hotels, and more. The state has now reached its first price gouging settlement following the September storm. Attorney General Pam Bondi's office has announced a $25,000 settlement with Miami Princess Hotel after an investigation showed that room rates increased by up to 138% in the days following Irma. The typical pre-storm rate had been $95 for a single room and $100 for a double room. In addition to the settlement, Bondi has also confirmed that 10 more businesses, mostly hotels and gas stations, are also under active investigation for illegally inflating prices following that storm. She says that number is likely to increase in the coming weeks, and reaching final settlements will take some time.
We have to go back at least a month prior to the state of emergency and show that their prices were grossly inflated during a state of emergency. So unless they're going to voluntarily comply and admit that they were wrong, we have to issue subpoenas.
Customers who stayed at the Miami Princess Hotel during the time in question are eligible for a refund if they file a complaint by early January.
Also in Tallahassee, an effort is underway to create a Crime Victims Bill of Rights amendment in the state constitution, ensuring victims have the same rights and protections as those accused and convicted. Some rights would include being notified of major developments in a case, any change in the offender's release status, the right to be heard in court and parole hearings, and also the right to restitution.
Dignity demands that victims or loved ones of victims have the ability to be heard, and sometimes they are not afforded even that. And this cannot stand.
The Florida Constitution Revision Commission meets every 20 years and has the power to place amendments directly on the ballot for voters. On Capitol Hill, new concern about some anti-Trump texts among some of the team investigating possible meddling by the Russians in last year's elections. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein is scheduled to speak today before the House Judiciary Committee. Earlier this month, reports surfaced that Special Counsel Robert Mueller removed a top FBI Russian counterintelligence expert from his team for sending text messages critiquing then-candidate Donald Trump. They were released to lawmakers on Tuesday, according to CNN. Now, the House committee said in a statement that they have serious concerns now about the political motives of some members of the Mueller investigative team. Other news now, wildfires continue to march up the coast of California, threatening Santa Barbara and Ventura counties.
It's grown in size to 234,000 acres and is still only 20% contained. 8,500 firefighters are now working to contain those flames, but the steep slopes in that area have made fighting those fires much more difficult. However, the good news is the fire moving into the mountains means that it may miss more of the heavily populated areas. The effort has cost more than $48 million so far. It's now burned an area larger than New York City and Boston combined, and is California's 5th worst wildfire in its history.
Meantime, when those wildfires need extra attention, police are enlisting the help of, they are inmates. In this photo from 2 months ago, you can see prisoners from the McCain inmate crew from San Diego helping clear brush from a road in the town of Calistoga.
Deputies at a Nevada prison are being credited with saving an inmate who jumped from a second-floor balcony. Now you can see the inmate at the top of your screen as he's climbing over the railing at the Nye County Detention Center there. One deputy runs up the stairs right there to try and stop him, but the inmate manages to jump anyway. Now, another deputy watching from below caught him cushioning his fall. Both the deputy and the inmate were taken to the hospital to be checked out, but neither was hurt in that case. Officials say the inmate was suicidal.
The Russian Olympic Committee has said it supports Russian athletes wanting to take part in the Olympic Games in South Korea in February. Last week, the country was banned from taking part after the International Committee found the country had engaged in systematic manipulation of the anti-doping rule. Though Russian athletes who can prove they are clean will be invited to compete under the name Olympic Athlete from Russia.
After the Warriors win against the Trailblazers, Kevin Durant made one lucky kid's entire life in one night. As Durant walks off the court, he stops to sign a kid's sneakers, and oh, look at little guy got visibly emotional. It was a heartwarming moment seeing just how happy he was to get an autograph from the superstar player.
See the size of those sneakers?
My goodness, yes. He can sleep in them at night. They're so huge. They're just this huge.
I went to a tiny college called St. Bonaventure, and our most famous alumni, Bob Lanier, he played basketball, Hall of Fame, size 22s.
22.
And they have those in the library in a display case. I know, isn't that crazy?
Oh my God, that's huge.
I can't even imagine that.
I can't either.
Yeah.
It's huge.
22.
Yeah.
I got size 13.
Right.
Yeah, no
All
slouch.
right. There you go. Very impressive.
Now that you know that, we're at
There's
541.
his NBA career for you.
Not so much.
I played. I rode the bench so much in basketball they called me Your Honor.
Oh, I didn't do well at
I
games,
like that.
of course.
I brought a seat cushion to games. Never played.
See, if I was on the team, I would probably be bringing you water. So I never even got to the bench.
Aw.
A little vertically challenged, but you know,
Like
at least on TV I look a little bit taller.
Yeah, you do look tall on TV.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
So anyway, as far as weather goes, looks like we're going to be on the upshot as we get into
Wow, this is good now.
forecast.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
This guy does his homework before he gets here.
Right, very impressive.
Still ahead, First Alert traffic, and we'll tell you how to refine your morning routine.
That's right. How to make the most out of your morning exercise routine. Up next in Health Smart.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on a pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile?
Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Welcome back. Good to see you on this Wednesday morning. Up and at 'em. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi today. 50 degrees outside, so a little bit warmer than what we've had over the last few days, but still it's a little nippy out there when you walk outside. We have clear skies. Dew point low at 43. You know, in the summertime, these dew points are like in the 70s, so it just shows how dry the atmosphere is right now. Not much of a wind. Remember, yesterday, the cold front came in and really kicked up the winds, gusting over 20 miles per hour at times. So dew point temperatures around the Suncoast in the 30s and 40s, so it is dry. Our forecast today calls for about 10 degrees cooler than yesterday, but don't worry, we are going to be warming up tomorrow and actually into the weekend. But before we get to the weekend, we have to get through Friday first. We can celebrate when we get to Friday, but then we're going to have clouds, and some of these clouds could bring us some shower activity, but that will be light. Radar, very quiet right now, nothing to show you here. High pressure will dominate our forecast as it slides in. Still driving down those northerly winds right now, but those winds will shift actually. Eventually they'll be coming in from the west as the area of high pressure moves eastward, and we'll start to have those warmer conditions come back into the area. Dry air above us shows up in tan, so we're going to have plenty of sunshine in our forecast. Up in the northeast, not so much with sunshine. We have clouds, cold rain, and some heavy snow coming down. Same situation here in the upper Midwest. We have a clipper system shooting out of Canada through Minnesota, Wisconsin, northern Illinois, and Michigan. They're going to get some heavier snow as well. Checking out the airport delays coming out of Sarasota. No issues here at Sarasota Bradenton International Airport. If you're going to Atlanta, LaGuardia, Chicago, or Charlotte, looks pretty quiet there as far as no delays. Okay, for the boaters, at least for the morning hours, just look out for this. We have a small craft advisory. Northerly winds at 20 knots. Sea is just offshore, 3 to 5 feet. Now, this looks kind of menacing here, especially with choppy conditions in the bays and inland waterways. However, by later this morning and this afternoon, this will subside as the winds will become light. And then we're going to have sunny skies. High at the beach today around 63, 64 degrees. For the boaters today and your tides, the low tide will be at 3:20 in the afternoon. Let's check out the 7-day forecast pretty quickly. As we get into the weekend, we'll be back to very comfortable conditions with sunshine. Back to you.
All right, now it's a first look at your traffic out there, starting first in Manatee County. Starting to get a little bit busy out there, some slowdowns out there on Cortez, as well as north and southbound 301. And then heading to Sarasota, just dropping down north, or actually south a little bit. It's actually looking pretty good out there. Not too bad, just your usual slowdowns in University Parkway, but not too bad. And a little congestion down there on Clark. And then heading down to South County, that area is actually still looking pretty good out there. Not too bad. Not too bad.
All right, 5:48 right now in Health Smart. If you want to have a good morning workout, it actually begins the night before.
Because the foods you eat in the evening will impact the way that you feel when you hit the gym. So here's some advice. Go for lean vegetables like protein, veggies, and healthy fat. So you wake up feeling refreshed, not tired and bogged down from the night before's food. Force yourself to fall asleep early. This is not easy, but it will be easier to get out of bed in the morning if you've logged a solid 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Limit that cell phone computer and TV use before bedtime. Get away from those screens because they can emit blue light that affects your sleep time as well. Find something to look forward to. It can be something as simple as a playlist as well. Also, have a workout buddy. This also helps. Make plans to meet at the gym or class. It's going to hold you more accountable, and good exercise will help you sleep better. And finally, set up your morning ahead of time. Lay out your clothes, set your coffee pot on autopilot so it's all ready to go in the morning. The less you have to think about when the alarm goes off, the better.
That's some good tips there.
Yeah, very good.
There's a new drug epidemic. This one involves sometimes older patients who have too many prescription drugs. It's estimated a quarter of people 65 and older are on at least 5 prescriptions, and that number gets higher as we age. These excessive prescriptions have been linked to mental handicaps, falls, even early death. Researchers believe doctors prescribing medicines to treat the side effects brought on by other medicines is reason for this cascade effect.
Oh, and my favorite story of the morning, Ray. We're learning more about the supposed man flu. Man flu is a term used to gently tease you men who are suspected of exaggerating those symptoms. Just a moment. I'm dying!
True.
When you're sick from a cold or other minor illness. But alas, according to research published in the BMJ Medical Journal, men actually are susceptible to complications, a little bit more so even than women.
Told you.
Because a woman's immune system may be stronger than a man's. The author of the study did his research and he did find some evidence, quote, suggestive of an immunity gap, but not definitive. So I'm still calling you guys big babies.
It's true. I admit it. Fetal position.
Are you more of a baby when it comes to sick time? A lot of guys are.
I am. Yeah, Erin takes care of me, and she's tougher than I am when she gets sick.
That is a good woman right there. That is a good woman.
Yeah, she is, and she is watching right now, so I got to be very careful here. 5:51, your day's top news headlines next, and some postal workers getting sweet surprises from this Mississippi home.
We're going to tell you what inspired this festive move right after this.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $279 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41. Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Attention blood thinner users. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Here are some of the top stories that we're following for you on the Suncoast today.
Both drivers were killed after a 63-year-old man drove in the wrong direction on US 41 in Venice last night. The other driver was a 30-year-old woman from Englewood and had a 3-year-old in the car. That child was not injured.
Plus, charges have now been filed against 3 men who are a part of a video that surfaced on social media this summer showing a shark being dragged behind their boat.
And a man accused of killing his mother 5 years ago in Lakewood Ranch has been arrested in Israel, where he holds dual citizenship. 63-year-old Thomas Gross will be brought back to the country to stand trial in the death of his mother, Ina Gross.
Finally this hour, a Mississippi woman is spreading some holiday cheer to those who work extra hard this time of the year to make sure your Christmas presents arrive on time. Olive Branch resident Tiffany Judd made the spirits bright of one unsuspecting delivery man by leaving a plate of sweets for him, and it was all caught on camera. The reaction prompted Judd to keep leaving those plates of Little Debbie Christmas cakes, peanut butter crackers, and some bottles of water for other FedEx, UPS, and Postal Service workers as well. I love that.
It's nice to see a positive twist at the front door these days. Usually it's people stealing packages.
Right. We're actually leaving things and being nice to all those FedEx and UPS workers. They're overworked and they're hustling out there, so do some nice things for them.
And in the elements, too, of the weather.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, some of the places like Michigan and Illinois that you mentioned, very chilly out there.
Yeah.
Very chilly.
All right, folks, more local news and Josh's weather after this. Good morning. Glad you're with us.